Hello, everybody. It's Kunda, perhaps against my better judgment. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is a video I should make. Not even sure if this is a video I want to make, but it's a video I've been feeling like almost needs to come out, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it even. Something along the lines of shod, but only temporarily. Shod being the term that barefoot people circles use for the act of wearing shoes or being a shoe wearer. And, well, I guess I should go back a little bit to explain what this video is meant to explain. For probably 10 years now, if not close to it, I've been living my life as barefooted as possible. And I really enjoy it. I find numerous benefits to my health, to my pocketbook. Is that even a term people still use? Anyway, it's highly beneficial to me. And a lot of people just don't really get that. And it's inconvenient for me that it's so difficult for so many people to understand it, but it's also fine. Like, I guess we're not all meant to really fully understand each other. But I've been going shod temporarily for a very specific purpose that I'll get to very shortly later in this video. And a lot of people in my life, it feels like, are seeing me go shod, saw me go shod a little bit earlier because most years, because of how north in latitude I am, I end up forced into wearing boots, not only for my volunteer profession, but just in general if I want to be outside, because there were some years there where I felt like I had to Wim Hof everything when I went outside in the wintertime, and I can do that to an extent. I know my limits, and that is a big part of barefooting, but at the same time, if it seemed like I was trying to do things that were past my limits, if it was too cold, instead of walking, I would drive, which I don't like to do. If I'm going somewhere locally, I would much prefer just to walk. And I just wasn't in the coldest parts of the winter. I would self isolate. Just it was not healthy. So I started putting on boots again because of the northern latitude I'm at, and it felt like people were almost even more judgy of me based on my wearing footwear some of the time for my own safety to prevent frostbite and losing appendages and all that kind of thing. And that really doesn't feel nice from people who are supposed to be more or less a part of your support group. But to bring me to, well, this, I like wearing these. It's not usually something I wear in combination with like an actual sock, but I'm wearing that to demonstrate, what I'm doing here, which is this toe in particular, big toe on this foot, was getting very damaged. It hadn't been like abrased or cut or anything like that. It was just me being outside in this like cold northern winter air. It was the salt and the cold air and all that was just causing my skin, for how tough it is, to just crack in a couple places. I'm not sure if the camera is going to focus well enough to be able to see. I also don't have the best lighting in this particular spot, but felt like probably where I get some of the best lighting. I might change up where I'm sitting. But yeah, I'll try and show you right here first. So there was like a what I would almost call like a big crevice right here. None of these were like far enough in that there was any blood or like even all that raw looking, but there was that a crevice right here, and you can kind of see it. I think a big line right there. And in previous years, I would try and heal those up just in the wintertime. This year, I decided to start a little bit early because the previous years, it just wasn't helping. Like, my feet would get a little softer. It might have helped the tiniest bit, but in general, I wasn't healing. And that's what this is about. I am trying to heal my feet. It's That's one of the very selective times I'll wear shoes, and it's not often that I hurt my feet in a way where I need to cover up just for the sake of healing, be it wearing my moccasins or just putting on a band-aid or something like that. But there are those times, and it just feels like a lot of people in my life, instead of inquiring, being like, "You're wearing shoes and that's weird. What's going on? Or are you okay?" kind of idea. Feels like a lot of people are just like, I really hope he's given up this barefoot shit. They don't really say it to me, but that's the vibe I get. I don't know. So again, I don't usually use the whole double sock look. I like recycling my socks that, get a little too far gone, but are still intact in this area to make these makeshift leg warmers if I happen to be wearing shorts in the colder months. But yeah, sometimes there needs to be a little something. And if I'm not outright wearing boots, it's usually these things I got as a Christmas gift. I'm not even sure how many years ago. They were a little wet from going out for a walk last night. Getting a little salty because that's what happens, here. But yeah, I also got a little bit of material care that I need to do. The stitching started to come out here. I tied a knot so the stitching wouldn't come out more. But yeah, I gotta fix that stitching. Might need to add a little bit of thread there. But overall, they're holding together more or less okay. Here's the brand of them if anybody is interested, if it'll focus. It should. I don't know why my camera doesn't like to this much, why it's that much of a struggle to get it to focus on something that should be easy. But yeah, just switched up the angle and the lighting in case this makes it a little bit easier to see what I'm talking about. Because, see if I can go by feel here. There's that little crease there. It's come along very well, actually. I thought about making a before and after video, but I didn't get before, and nobody probably would have wanted to see that anyway. It wasn't disgustingly bad, like I said. It was never bleeding or oozing anything. It was always very, very dry, but also at the same time, I just didn't want to worry about it getting gross, if that makes any sense. But this part here used to be a very, well, as far as something on your foot can go, a fairly large indent. It kind of looked like it was cut, but it never was. But it's come along pretty well. And the biggest part of that is I've been using this Polysporin cracked heel cream. This stuff is amazing. It doesn't work well if you just put it on your raw foot and then just go everywhere unprotected. It'll wash off real quick. But you put it on, wear a sock, whether it be out and about in something like these or boots or whatever, or whether you just put it on your foot, put a sock on, and become one of those oddballs who wears socks to bed. Either way, it's been working pretty well for me. I feel like I'll be back to 95, 100% at my barefoot capacity in the spring. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, but I didn't want this video to get super long, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 10 minutes now. So thanks for watching. Anybody who cares about me or my feet, especially me this much though, I appreciate the hell out of you and any of yous to do. And I'll try and have a couple videos here soon. I've got some ideas which may or may not interest my audience, but I've got other ideas which I think will. I've just got to get the ones that I think will be less interesting out first, because like I actually do want to make them. Anyway, have a good rest of your month. I hope not. Rest of your week. Holiday season if I don't get another video out, but I'm going to try and get one more video out. Anyway, I will see you all in the next one.